We're recording. It is April the 7th, 2014, and I'm still suffering from lens cap clack on my camera. Ah well, I guess one can't have it all. Let me see if I can deal with it in a different way. Alright. As some of you know, I recently underwent surgery for my gallbladder, and it backfired. And I tried to make a small, walkabout video addressing that surgery, but then the battery died. So I'm not really sure where to pick up where I left off. But what an adventure that turned out to be. The surgery backfired. It was supposed to be day surgery. You know, you're in there and you're out of there the same day, right? And then, of course, you heal up. Procedures, one of the simplest surgical procedures, going lap, a lot of things. I could associate with it became complicated. That's right. There were complications, right? So that doesn't surprise me too much, and I suspect that some of that had to do with back when I was a lad and contracted hepatitis. No, I'm not contagious, but at the time, back in '71, interestingly, I should say, for the record, they did blood tests looking for the key types in my blood that it would show that I had hepatitis. They can't find them. Isn't that amazing? They cannot find anything in my bloodstream that indicates that I had hepatitis. They almost look at me like I'm lying. I'm not lying. When I was 11 years old, I had hepatitis. My eyeballs looked like yellow marbles. They almost lost me. They had me, of course, on intravenous, and I was actually ready to die. I was ready to meet Jesus. I was not fearful at all. The idea of being with the Lord at the age of 11, in there, appealed to me immensely. But my dad wanted me to, of course, live. So I said, okay, I'll live. Remember that very clearly. I remember that episode very behind me now at night. That's all been in there, and I for nearly weeks. I was in isolation 3 weeks before they let me go. But when that happens, usually what happens, is your blood is permanently altered. That's why victims of hep, they cannot give blood. In my case, they can find no indication of any hepatitis. None. They found an enlarged liver. Well, that's from the hepatitis, But other than that, they can't find anything else. No indication that I ever had hepatitis. Do you know what I think? I think that's the Lord's work. I won't, labor the point, all right? But I really believe that God can heal, all right? I don't believe that God heals everybody, all right? Because He is wise. No, I mean, He is wise beyond some of our understanding. And sometimes we need our check. Melody to keep us in. Oh, but I keep us humble. A good person. We can say, oh, be if I was person hell, even God knows better. You wet, okay? Because He knows you thoroughly. So that's my view. Right now, I'm walking because I know that I need the exercise. It's good for me, and I just trust that God knows what He's doing. My surgery backfired. I was leaking bile. They had to put a bag on me to collect my bile. Okay, I wore that bag for over 2 weeks. I wore that silly bag. Okay. They had a tube coming out of me on my right side. And 2 days after that bag was attached to me, with that tube coming out of my right side, I had another attack. They wheeled me in on a gurney, ran another scan, found out that I had a huge abscess developing in my abdominal cavity as a result of the surgery. And so, yeah, I got a bonus bag on my left side to flush and drain an abscess in my abdominal cavity. Needless to say, pretty, but I certainly cracked a lot of jokes. See, whenever I go take a whenever I go, that's walk. I like to take because that's the way I am. I'd come back to walk through surgery. If I didn't have back in IV with me, have my pole. He had me before, see me before, cured, wouldn't see me. She had a patient, right? I asked you, I would open up my coat, so show them the bags, coat, how and stuff all wired into me, and say, "Nope, I'm a terrorist." To me, they die laughing. They thought that was so funny. Only in Canada you can probably get away with that, eh? Said, I open up my coat, and you can see these bags and this tubing all attached on both sides of me. Nope, I'm a terrorist. See, I'm carrying contraband. They'd laugh. I have to say, humor is really important in the healing process. You've got to keep your sense of humor. I mean, we are but flesh. You know what I mean? And there are things concerning the flesh. They're kind of laughable, they're funny. And it's good to keep your morale, and it really is good to try to keep your humor. I made a joke with my doctor. I told Dr. Butenschuren, I said to him, I wish I had got this done when I was younger. He laughed. But actually, in a way, I was serious. Because, if I were younger and had got the surgery done, I could probably heal quicker and probably would not have risked infection so easily. And I do believe that that's what happened. After the day surgery, I was told that I was not going to be given antibiotics, even though I understood for them. That's because I thought it'd be a good idea. The circumstance, normal should probably be given. Your average person probably shouldn't have, but in my circumstances, that was a good call. Instead, they should have. I don't think the antibiotic given, but or prescription for antibiotics. But oh well, what's done is done. Yeah, as you can see, I'm walking, I'm talking, okay, and I'm healing. I'm not all healed up yet, that's for sure. Healing is slow. It's a slow process. When you're older, it gets slower, right? Hi.
Hi.
Oh, okay. That's not good.
Community. You gotta love it. There's a lot of things I like about this little community. You know. I probably would not be so inclined to try to move from this community if it were not for my father. I am very concerned about him and his health. And you know, I'm feeling the call. I'm feeling the call to move. Tugs. I don't know my heart. It's time. As I mean, I don't know how much I like to think Dad had maybe another decade. But I kind of hoping he's got me a decade at that time. I want fishing with him, but in the and I want to do things with him. I want a little bit of time to with him for. And because I love him, you know, he's my father. And when I was young, I didn't really have the picture put together. But my father saw fit to keep a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food in my belly, okay? The basics, all right? And he did beyond the basics, okay? He went above and beyond his call of duty, but I had not really figured that out in my youth. And I'm sorry for that. But now that I'm a full-grown man, and an elder, I have to say that I had a good father. I was blessed with a good father. And now I see the importance, I mean, in having a good father. I understand how essential it is to a person's welfare to actually have a father. A father in the house makes such a difference. And my heart really goes out to the fatherless because I don't know. Yes. Oh, look at this side. Look at this. Here, fly. Right here on the rock. This butterfly. I don't throw it if I can do this. And have it macro here. This is macro setting toward, but this is already called a Milbert's shell butterfly. And all the spot we're getting butterflies. And isn't it beautiful? Blue cross at the bottom, edge of the crimson, called them along the side wings. The show that is Milbert's tortoise. First one I've seen. He's got a little fur there, around fur abdomen. It's a little pretty body there. Actually, it's amazing how nature produces at the top. But chitin, it's not real fur. To keep it served as fur helps to fly. Amazing. That butterfly there, that's really amazing. The spring is my tortoise harbinger. Technically, the harbinger Milbert's fall. So ironic, they come also the fall of spring, fall. Yet again into somewhat cooler teen fallers. So they like. There's another with some that a particular class that their family, but in I should say. Oh well, look at this. One got hit. Look at that. Oh my. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I was just talking about. There's another one in that class, that family, and here's one that got hit or run over. Okay. Polygonia, that's a different class of family. I had to check that. Polygonia there. That's where you get your question mark, your comma. Okay, that's the genus that one's from. But anyway, the other one that I was going to talk about when I just noticed that another one was at my feet dead. Different species, different genus. Anyway, wow. Amazing how that happened. The other one I was going to talk about was it's commonly called the morning cloak. Again, genus Aglaeus. Same genus, okay, as the Milbert's tortoiseshell. And then there's also the Compton's tortoiseshell, a little more rare. Anyway, these tortoiseshell type butterflies do tend to come out in the spring and the fall, or late summer. And here in northern Alberta. Flying God. I like butterflies. You know, the flowers of, you know what? I love sure. But I'll spend some time on that. It's tugged at my heartstrings. You know, you think I should do that? Really? Anyway, just, you know, surgery update. Just wanted to let you know that I am healing. It's taking time. Healing is slow. I still have a stent to be removed, but I know that some of you are concerned about my health and wondering what's become of me, and I know I disappeared off Facebook for about a month there, and yeah. Stuff happens, right? But I finally got the surgery done. It was a decade ago when I went into my doctor's office and said, I believe I'm suffering from gallbladder problems. A decade. So if you're concerned about your Obamacare medical system, you folks in the States, this is an indication probably what kind of medical care you're about to be getting.